Good morning, friends. Today we're going to read How to Survive a Flood by Matt Doeden. So first we have our table of contents, which is one of our nonfiction text features. And we're going to start with Chapter 1, Caught in a Flood. Chapter 1, Caught in a Flood. I'm going to read the caption here. A flash flood can turn a peaceful camping trip into a fight for your life. You're on a camping trip with your family. It's been raining for 2 days. You're walking back to your camper from the campground's activity center. Suddenly, cold, murky water rushes towards you. It's a flash flood. The water is around your ankles, climbing towards your knees. The strong current is almost pulling you down. What should you do? Should you stay put, struggling to stay upright? Or should you turn around and run as fast as you can to the nearest hill? Do you have what it takes to survive one of nature's deadliest disasters? And here's some vocabulary words. The word current means the movement of water, and the word flash flood means a flood that happens with little or no warning. Floods fit into different categories. Some floods rise slowly over time. These floods often occur when rainfall or melting snow overflows riverbanks. Flash floods can happen almost instantly. For example, heavy rainfall could cause streets to flood suddenly. It could also cause a dam to break, sending millions of gallons of water down a river. Hurricanes can blow a huge storm surge onto shore. Tsunamis can roar onto an ocean coastline and travel miles inland. All of these floods are life-threatening. Floods are one of the most common natural disasters in the United States. They are most common near waterways, but floods can happen anywhere, even in deserts. Flood victims have to think fast to stay alive. And here's some other vocabulary words. Storm surge means a large wave that is pushed onto shore by the high winds of a hurricane. And a tsunami is a large, destructive ocean wave created by an underwater earthquake. So here you can see a photograph, and the caption says, a hurricane's strong winds can reach 150 miles or 241 kilometers per hour. And here's another one right here. You can see the big wave in the background. Do you see it? And let's read what that says. Monstrous tsunamis can roar onto the coast and catch people off guard. Flood dangers. That's one of our headings. So all of this is about flood dangers. Floods are dangerous for many reasons. The most obvious danger is drowning. Floodwaters can have strong currents. Even the strongest swimmer may not be able to swim against the currents. Floods often come with severe weather. High winds can knock down power lines. Water conducts electricity easily. If you get too close to a downed power line, you can get an electrical shock. Let's look at this photograph. And it says, tip, never walk through moving floodwater. Just 6 inches or 15 centimeters of rushing water can knock you off your feet. The next heading says, a nasty mess. Floods can also make a nasty mess. Floodwater may stick around for days or weeks. Sewers and sanitation systems may back up or overflow. That means bacteria and toxic chemicals can leak into the floodwater. And that's not all. Dead animals and even dead people could be floating in floodwater. All of these things make floodwater breeding grounds for disease. Just touching the water can be dangerous. Drinking it can be deadly. See that floodwater with all that trash in there? And we have some vocabulary words down here. The word bacteria means one-celled, microscopic living things that exist all around you and inside you. And some bacteria cause disease. And then the other vocabulary word is toxic, and that means poisonous. Not a drop to drink. After a flood, you might be surrounded by water, but not be able to drink it. Bacteria from floodwater can get into city tap water and private wells. Days or weeks could pass before tap water is safe to drink again. A healthy person can survive only about 4 days without water. So you can see this photograph up here. Look, it looks like he's holding a jug of water. Let's read with a caption. Flood victims wait in line for hours to get safe drinking water. And down here is a tip. It says, if you must drink tap water before local officials say it is safe, boil it for 5 minutes first. Boiling the water will kill most bacteria. Chapter 2, How to Survive. And here's a tip. Keep an emergency gas shutoff wrench in your home. This tool fits most household gas valves. Would you know what to do if the water started to rise? No survival method is fail-proof, but knowing some survival tips will increase your chances of surviving a flood. If you have plenty of time, here's what you should do. If you're lucky, meteorologists will issue a flood watch or warning for your area days before a flood occurs. A flood watch means flooding is possible. A flood warning means that flooding is occurring or that it will occur soon. With this notice, you can try to protect your home before the flood arrives. Walls of stacked sandbags can stop floodwater from coming into your house. Often, entire neighborhoods work together to fill and lay sandbags. Watches and warnings also give you time to evacuate the area before a flood strikes. You may be tempted to stay home to protect your property, but your home can be rebuilt. You can't. Before evacuating, turn off the natural gas in your house. Leaking gas after a flood could cause an explosion. Also, disconnect electrical appliances. So you can see the wrench there. He's turning off the gas valve. Let's read the caption. It says, a 1/4 turn of the gas valve shuts off the natural gas supply. And we have some more vocabulary words here. Meteorologist is a person who studies and predicts the weather, and evacuate means to leave an area during a time of danger.